I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. But back to superheroes and stuff. I am a dorky kid. I love pop culture. I love like Star Wars and all these other things. But like, I can't find any like decent role models. Like looking at Star Wars, there are two black people, Lando and Mace Windu. And some people say Jar Jar. Never fucking say Jar Jar. The Cool Runnings knockoff called Jar Jar from Phantom Menace should never be mentioned. Like, if you want to hit on me and be like, oh, I love Jar Jar, and like, in Star Wars, I'm like, you know, do that to me, please go away. I don't care what happens to you right now, just don't talk to me, alright? Like, looking back at other characters, Lando sucks. Like, we wouldn't have had Return of the Jedi without Lando. He did the black thing, and he kidnapped everyone on his planet, alright? Not a good role model. And Mace Windu, Samuel L. Jackson, was apparently the #1 black person to go to when you meet one in the movie, with his great purple Kool-Aid ass lightsaber, chopped off people's heads, which is a normal Tuesday for Samuel L. Jackson, and just rampage and destroyed the whole prequel trilogy, in my opinion. All right. So Star Wars has taught me that if you're gonna be black in our movies, you're gonna kidnap people. You can swim, which is pretty great. And that, or you're going to be you can kidnap people, you're gonna swim, which is pretty great, or you can be chopping people's heads off, which is something that I don't quite align with. Lord of the Rings, don't say orcs. Don't say orcs. If you say orcs, you're racist. Like, there's nothing, you can say, I'm not racist. No, you are. Like, they couldn't, like, all I want in my life would have went up this much if someone, like, in the middle of the movie, like, Gandalf's like, thou shalt not pass. And then something like Barry Coleman is like, what you talking about, Gandalf, out of nowhere? That would have made my life perfect, alright? I would have done this much better in school. And like, moving away from like movies, like comic books, there are no comic book characters that are like they either originated black or they are perfect black role models. Like, let's look, for instance, Nick Fury, you know, the guy from like, the Avengers are like, alright, we're gonna start an Avengers initiative. We want all of you to fight for us. We don't know what we're fighting at, but we want you to fight for us. That guy, he should be white in the comic books. And they're like, who's useless enough to make it to a black character in a new series? Nick Fury, let's do it. And that's what they did. The next person is Green Lantern, alright? Green Lantern was white twice before he was black, okay? Yes, I know, Cartoon Network lied to me, so I was not happy about that. Black Panther? Fuck Black Panther, okay? Because like, literally, they didn't even think about an original name. They're like, hey Johnson, what are you afraid of? Black people, okay. Where he's black in the name. Hey Thompson, what are you scared of? Organized black people. We're gonna call him Black Panther, we're done. And it just doesn't work out. Nothing works out for me. And then some of my friends are like, come on, Mamoudou, Shaft's a good role model. Shaft? All Shaft did was shoot people and slap women. If I wanted that, I would be Chris Brown with a gun. Uh-oh, Chris Brown fans out here. Alright, so like, there's nothing in the universe that like pisses me off more than not having my superheroes be my role models. There are people like Storm and stuff, but like they're not famous enough, okay? Okay, Static Shock, chill, right? He was a teenager, I want to be my height. So, but like, I've often fallen into the trap of believing everything's racist. I'm like, maybe J.R.R. Tolkien made some sort of Harlem of hobbits in like Middle Earth, or like whenever white hobbits would ride by like lockwood ponies or something. Or like, George Lucas made like a planet Ratchet in the middle of like the Star Wars universe that like the Ratchet people went to, so like no one ever talks about it. I can imagine that. But like, I fall into the trap that everything's racist. Everything is not racist. It's just not fair to say that. Like for me, I'm so twisted in the head sometimes. Like I'll be like, oh, that car door slammed at me, weird, fucking racist car door, and that's how I think. All right. Or like I'll look at two animals. Like, can you imagine the Oberlin white squirrels versus our black squirrels fighting over a nut? Like the little white squirrels are like, get back here, you squiggers, stealing our nuts. Like, that's what happens in my head. Let's never take a trip there. Okay. So like. This happened to me last year, like right after my stand-up. I was really tired. I decided I was going to go to K-Mart. Poor choice to begin with. Went to K-Mart and I went to on my normal route, which is goes toys, candy, men's. Toys because I love toys, candy because I love candy, and then because I don't want to look like a pedophile for going to the toys and the candy section first. So I didn't even make it to the men's section. I barely even make it to the candy section. This is how bad this thing was. I put on a Hulk mask because like I like wearing the mask and being like a goofy kid when I'm in like the store. But when I was in there, I look over and I see this For Real Pets dog, you know, those mechanical, like, giant eye dogs that play God to your kids. And I walk past it and it barks at me. The first time I was like, oh, dog bark, that was weird. And then like this white fish, like Mitt Romney white, walked past and it didn't bark for a second. So my no sleep out brain was like, damn, that dog is fucking racist. Motherfucking racist dog, God. Like it had a mind of its own. So I tested it. I walked past it again. Guess what it did? It barked. There had to be future tests. So I decided to stay there and wait for the next white person to walk by. I waited 25 minutes in a K-Mart. Nobody came by. Why did they not come by? Because all the cool kids were at Walmart. Alright? I stood there and I stared at it like Edward Cullen for 25 minutes. White person walks by, doesn't bark, and I rush at the dog, forgetting that I had a Hulk mask on. And I yelled at it. And I don't even remember fully what I said to it. I just remember saying, you won't win. And then I realized 10 seconds later it had won, because it's a toy. So, like, the family who like walked by before was like looking at me like, oh my God, this is exactly what MTV said black people do. And they turned to walk away, and I just like took off the Hulk mask and threw it and ran. Because I've never been to K-Mart since. I didn't want to go through it ever again. It's pretty terrible. Like another example of everything being racist is that like my job is racist, not this. DJ. Like the second you walk in that door, I am racially profiling you, okay? I apologize, white people, this is the only time this will happen. So people will come in and I'm sitting here. Normally people decide to come into like when I'm DJing a party 2.5 hours late, which makes no sense to me. And I'm pissed because I'm putting my heart and soul up there. And then like a group of white girls come in like, oh my God, I'm so excited, we're gonna do this. And then I'm like, oh God, it's Kesha o'clock. Tick tock, I'm that, and I just play that. And it's weird because like white people have a weird eclectic taste in music, like Sweet Home Alabama, a Wagon Wheel, anything by Kesha, anything Nicki Minaj for some reason. Like that's what they want to hear when they come in. And I started playing it, and I had to have their time. 10 minutes later, a group of Caucasian frat bros walking like, oh, we're gonna fuck you up and start dancing. I'm like, oh God, it's Skrillex o'clock. And I just hit the button and I played Transformers mood music, also known as dubstep, for 10 straight songs. And I'm like, alright, they're having a great time. And then black people come in and I'm like, oh, it's Waka Flocka O'Clocka. And I hit the button, Bring Squad! And start playing music and everyone starts enjoying it, and that's when the party starts for me. And like,